Guys, I have the ultimate dream matches to make in the UFC in 2024. Now, guys, I broke down each weight class, and the matchup for each weight class that I broke down is magnificent. So before we go ahead and break down each weight class, like the video, subscribe. All I'm asking for is 7 likes. 7 likes, god damn it. Do it right now. But another thing that I will say before we get into it is that I did not do the women's strawweight and the women's flyweight because, let's be honest, that's just going to be 5 minutes of dead time. So we're starting from the women's bantamweight division all the way up to the heavyweight division, guys. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this, baby. For matchup number 1, we have Kayla Harris versus Amanda Nunes. Now, guys, this is going to be a matchup between two behemoths. Literally, these are two females max behind a male is inside of these spirits. Literally. And I would love to see this matchup. Now, I will have Kayla Harris winning this matchup just for the simple fact that this girl right here is something different. When I seen Amanda Nunes fight, I've always thought from the start she's beatable, but the matchup she's having is just that easy. Kayla Harris is the matchup for her. This is not a Chris Cyborg situation. This is a skilled mixed martial artist, not a boxer, not a kickboxer. This is an MMA fighter that Amanda Nunes is going against, and I don't think she wants that smoke. So I suggest that she stays home and she doesn't go ahead and see this girl, because this girl is going to give her problems, give her hell. She's 34 years old, to my surprise. I thought Kayla Harris was a little bit younger. I thought the steroids that she's on, because USADA's gone. I think if USADA was there, she would be on steroids. She would not be in the UFC. But that's another story for another day. This girl is jacked. Amanda Nunes don't want those problems, and it's that simple, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the flyweight division. This is a skilled-based fight that I want to see. Alexander Pantoja versus Demetrius Johnson. I just want to see the skill-based fight between these two. Pantoja is good everywhere. Demetrius Johnson is good everywhere. Both these guys excel in all aspects of MMA. I just want to see how these guys adjust in between rounds, because I know Pantoja is going to bring the fight to him, bring the forward pressures to Demetrius Johnson. I want to see how Demetrius Johnson adjusts to that. I want to see the counters that he puts into those combinations that Pantoja drops on him. And it's just for that simple reason that I want to see that fight. Demetrius Johnson isn't getting any younger, so I would like to see that fight today. You know what I'm saying? And that's my dream fight right there. Now, guys, this is where things get dicey. You know, the women's bantamweight and the flyweight division, I had to breeze through those in order to get here. We have Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. Now, guys, don't tell me that the first fight wasn't a freaking robbery. All right, I don't want to hear that Sean O'Malley won that first fight. It was clear as day that Petr Yan went ahead and won round 1 and round 2 of that fight. Right now, Petr Yan should be carrying the belt. So let's go ahead and have that rematch. I don't understand why Sean O'Malley is fighting this Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab. No, stop this. This is the Russian that should be fighting for the belt right now. I don't understand why we're just throwing Petr Yan on the back burner like he's just some chopped liver or something. Petr Yan is a true fighter in this league, and he beat the champ. He beat him. The judges rigged that, man. So this is the fight that I would love to see, man. I would love to see Petr Yan win that belt and raise it high, man. I don't root for a lot of these Russian fighters. Trust me, I'm not much of an Islam guy. I like the Umar guy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But Petr Yan was the first Russian that I really gravitated to and I liked. So let's go ahead and give him that shot. He deserves it, man. He's 31 years old, surprisingly. I thought he was older. But Petr Yan deserves that shot, man. I don't see why Marlon Vera even got that shot. I don't understand that. That should have been straight to Petr Yan, to be honest. But that's another story for another day, I guess. I don't understand it. But Sean O'Malley winning the belt, I will say, was better for the division. It did give more hype to the division. So seeing this fight and Sean O'Malley defending the belt against Petr Yan makes it a little bit better. So I'd love to see this be the dream fight in the bantamweight division again. Merab and Umar isn't the fight. I would like to see them fight each other, but to see them fight Sean O'Malley, no. I would like to see Petr Yan take that challenge and let's have another fight, you know? So that's my bantamweight dream fight right there. And guys, we are going into the featherweight fight. Another rematch that I think should happen that I don't understand why it isn't happening right now. Max Holloway shouldn't be the next guy up to fight Ilia Topuria. Yes, he fought a Justin Gaethje. Guys, and I don't understand why you guys think Justin Gaethje all of a sudden is just a magnificent boxer. Justin Gaethje never been a good boxer. Yes, he went ahead and beat up Tony Ferguson in that fight. Yes, he's had some good moments where he's knocked some people out, where he's thrown some dingers out. No diddy. But Justin Gaethje, motherfuckers, has never been that much good of a boxer. I've always knew that Max Holloway was going to go ahead and tear him up because Max Holloway has faster and more sharper hands than him, and his combinations can fly. Did you not see what this man did to Calvin Kattar? Max Holloway is a true fighter, and I'll give him that. He's a real BMF guy. But for him to fight Ilia Topuria for the belt, I don't understand that, and I don't like that. This man, Volkanovski, has torn Max Holloway apart 3 times. 3 times. Can this man get a rematch for the belt? Can he? Stop giving Max Holloway these passes. No, stop that. He beat Justin Gaethje, cool, but leave him as the BMF champ. He shouldn't be fighting Ilia Topuria for the belt. Then that's the God honest truth. Now, I will say this Ilia Topuria guy is scary as shit. The only guy that I can say can beat Volkanovski in the featherweight division because he's done it. And I think he can do it again. But my love for Volkanovski will always stand, and I will always cheer for this man. I would like to see this fight again. Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. I don't care if Ilia Topuria don't have the belt. I would like to see that fight again because we deserve that shit again. We got to run that shit back. There's no way we going out to this Spain motherfucker like this. Ilia Topuria, go ahead and kill this motherfucker. This is besides John Jones, this is my boy right there. I'll tell you right now, and Volkanovski deserves that rematch. Guys, in the lightweight division, we have Islam Makhachev versus Patty the Fatty Pimblett. Now, guys, Patty the Fatty wants to go ahead and eat all this bullshitty ass food. Go ahead and keep doing that. Why you're doing that? You know what Islam Makhachev is doing? He's working out. He's training. He's fighting bears. Oh, what just happened? He's fighting bears. You hear me? So, Patty Pimblett, you should go ahead and fight for the belt, so you can have an awakening that all this eating bullshit isn't gonna cut it. You have to stay in shape. You have to stay healthy at all times, and you have to be ready at all times. Being fat at a certain point of time isn't it. And feed him to the wolves for all I care. And I think Islam Makhachev could give him a nice ass whooping for a lifetime that he deserves. I was a fan of Patty Pimblett. I was behind him before he started doing all this eating stuff. I'm not it with that, man. You're getting paid millions of dollars to stay in shape. Stay in shape like the rest of them. Stop trying to be different and start getting on a different eating habit. All right, feed him to Islam. Islam, take care of that. Feed barbecue chicken. That's the code word for you, Islam. Barbecue chicken. Feed him to the wolves. All in all, this is gonna be, if this fight actually does happen, I'm gonna feel sorry for Patty the Batty because Islam is not gonna let off at all, and Islam is gonna put that ass whooping on him, bro. Let's go ahead and be honest about it, guys. Now, in the welterweight division, we have Hamzat Chimaev versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now, guys, Shavkat Rakhmonov, I think he will benefit more off this fight if this fight were to happen. And I think this is a welterweight fight right here. Or we can do this at a catchweight. I think a catchweight would be better. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this fight benefits more Shavkat more than Hamzat because Shavkat hasn't done anything in the media. For all I know, Shavkat is very boring. To be honest, even his fights are boring. I think him going against Hamzat, good guy versus bad guy, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and have it. The prediction for this fight, I'm taking Hamzat. I like Hamzat. That's my boy. There's no way I take Shavkat over him. But this will be, out of all the fights that I said, this is probably the best matchup to make in terms of all the cards, in my opinion. I just don't like. My take on this is like, wow, like these are two skilled fighters just going at it, bro. These guys are just gonna scrap, man. And I'm just interested to see how that'll go. I know the press conference, it will be boring as shit for this fight. Both these guys probably won't say anything much. But the fight between these two will be like box office. I need to see this fight 5 rounds, main event. I don't want to see this fight as a co-main event. I'll take it 5 rounds, even as a regular main event fight. But just make it a 5 round fight. This deserves that, I will say. But that does favor Shavkat if it does go to a 5 round fight. But let's go ahead and get into the middleweight division. All of a sudden, Alex Pereira is talking about wanting to fight John Jones. Do we not want to settle the third fight? This son of a bitch knocked you out. Go ahead and kill. He knocked you out and then taunted in front of your son. You don't want to kill him after that? Adesanya, this isn't over until I retire. After I beat your ass again, I'm going to do it again and again and again and again. Why did Alex Pereira have that mindset? All of a sudden, you're talking about John Jones. Hold on and slow your roll. You don't want smoke with that beast. You don't want to smoke with that animal. I'm telling you that right now. John Jones will absolutely annihilate you. So let's go ahead and keep it within your realm and take care of Adesanya, the guy that recently knocked you out and taunted in front of your son. Okay? He recently gave him some good praise on that Daniel Cormier interview that he had on his channel. Gave Alex Pereira some pretty good praise, but I don't give a shit. Go ahead, take care of business, have that third fight, and I would love to see it, man. Adesanya is fighting Drakus, UFC 305. That's going to be an interesting one. We're doing a live reaction to that fight. So, guys, be on point with that Saturday video because we're dropping a live reaction to that Drakus versus Adesanya fight. And I'm going with Drakus winning the fight and Drakus being a true South African. And this is coming from an African American. Drakus is my African. But if I'm a betting man putting my money on it, Adesanya. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Drakus is too awkward for me to put my money on. But I want him to win. Alright, we have the light heavyweight division. This fight was booked. We have Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree. Now, guys, this fight right here is, I just want to see 3 rounds. 3 rounds is all I want to see. These guys just slug it out. And Khalil Roundtree, this man right here, this is the guy I have actually beaten Alex Pereira in that light heavyweight division. The way this dude fight is absolutely scary. This is the scariest guy in the whole entire UFC, period. The way he knocked out Alex Smith, hey, I don't want no parts of that. He had Alex Smith wobbling, and he was going to hammer fist him like he had Thor's hammer on him. That fight was absolutely ridiculous. He hit somebody with an oblique kick and shattered his kneecap. And going against Sweet Dream Hill, a guy that I know is going to want to slug it out with them, throw strikes with them. This is a fight that's going to end in 2 rounds. And I just want to see these two just slug it out. Whoever comes out of that lion's den is just the winner and crown this man the new BMF of the upper weight class. You know, this should be a BMF fight right here of the baddest motherfucker alive. This is how much that I really want to see this fight, and I think they should rebook this fight. I think Khalil Roundtree, hopefully this isn't true, but I think this fight didn't happen because he had some type of allegation going on him. I don't know what it was, but I think that's what it was. And Jamal Hill pulled out of one of the fights because of injury. So both these sons of bitches ain't fight. You should book that again. I think that's the fight to make. Khalil Roundtree versus Jamal Hills in the light heavyweight division. 34 years old, going against a 35-year-old too. The short got 6'1" versus 6'4", 76.5 reach versus 79. Yeah. That's a good fight to make, man. I want to see how he closes in, how he gets his shots, how Jamal Hill um uses his range to get his strikes off. That's gonna be very interesting of a fight. Um, and last but not least, guys, now I don't know why we're starting to talk about Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira is the guy now. I say beat Stipe and retire and call it a career. But this was the original Tom Aspinall. Are we forgetting that? This guy was the original Tom Aspinall that John Jones was supposed to fight. Are we forgetting that Francis Ngannou was Tom Aspinall before Tom Aspinall? Now all of a sudden that he's gone, he's at the PFL. We're crowning a new guy to go ahead and challenge John Jones. Guys, a lot of these guys have stepped in the cage with John Jones, and a lot of these guys couldn't see the end of the tunnel. In what world do you think John Jones is going to allow Tom Aspinall to win? Now, I will say this is more of a competitive fight that I would like to see. John Jones versus Francis Ngannou. Like, now Francis Ngannou did take that tough knockout to Anthony Joshua, which I feel like could hurt him if they were to fight today. Which is possible, but let's erase that moment. He didn't get knocked out. That fight never happened. This is a competitive fight. How will John Jones take a huge son of a bitch like this down to the floor? How will John Jones neutralize this big son of a bitch down on that floor? How will John Jones stay out of that power that Francis Ngannou possessed? This is a fight that it gives you a lot of questions. How? How can John Jones get out of this octagon against this gorilla? Not Tom Aspinall, not Alex Pereira. Just stop. To be honest, between Alex Pereira and Tom Aspinall, I think Alex Pereira is the better fight to make. Alex Pereira is an absolute savage and a killer, and that little trauma thing is doing more publicity than what Tom Aspinall is even doing. So I don't understand why you Tom Aspinall fans, or what, the whole entire England plus Michael Bisping is saying, oh yeah, this man can beat John. No, he can't. Now, it's impressive what Tom Aspinall is doing, and I think that he can go on a huge streak of his own, and he can probably challenge John Jones some way, shape, or form if he does what he's doing, maybe. This is the dream fight to make today. Francis Ngannou versus John Jones. Two behemoths going at it, both 37s, both on the tail end of their careers, and you will love to see this matchup. And that's just what it is, guys. I'm sorry to break it down to you guys. I know by me having this tape right here, I'm going to get some dislikes. But this is my ultimate dream card to make in the UFC. Now, guys, let me know what you think about this style of video. Let me know what you guys feel about this style of video, man. I think that this was absolutely an amazing video, man. But all in all, like the video, subscribe. 7 likes is all I'm asking for. I'm out.